Hey there. Today I'm going to talk about a synchronicity that's all about the key. And it's one of my favorites. It just happened to me recently and it's just mind-bogglingly good. So it started with one day being hit on the head. I have a scar right here by my car door. By some weird fluke, I happened to walk into it when it was open, that's the hatchback trunk, and sustained a minor concussion. Had some stitches and all of that. And you know, it's funny because I actually remember getting hit over the head and going, who hit me? And in hindsight, looking back at that, it's really what hit me. It's like the universe hit me. And the reason was I was a bit off track. I was out of alignment. And when I was out of alignment with my true purpose and all the things that matter to me, I was experiencing a lot of frustration and challenges with dead ends. And the most key piece, a lack of synchronicity. Oh, key piece, I'm using that word. So after I hit my head, I had a dream about a key. And it was just simply the image of a key in front of my inner vision during the dream. And a bunch of things began to happen in my life around the theme of keys. So there's so many. I'm just going to sort of do a recap. Everything from finding a key necklace that was exactly the same key that I had in my dream and purchasing it, a little kind of key with some little zircons in it. It was really lovely because in my dream the key had crystals around it, around the top of the key, and it was like the old-fashioned skeleton key, you know, not like a house key, to then finding that my key to my condo, or I should say my cottage, was lost and I didn't have it with me when I needed to get into the cottage, but by some miracle my neighbor was home and she said, don't worry, I have a key for you. Then my girlfriend borrowed my key necklace and lost the key, but she's never lost a thing in her life. She's a Virgo. And I started to notice that the theme of key kept coming up in multiple ways with increasing intensity. Then one day, about a month and a bit into the repeating theme of key, I happened to be meeting up with a friend of mine, and her bus was delayed quite significantly because of an accident, and the bus driver had to stay to talk to the police and report what had happened. So I knew I had about a half an hour to kill. So I walked into this little coffee shop, and I hadn't been to that coffee shop in about a decade, so it's not somewhere I'd normally go. And I noticed that they have, oh, I've got flies around me, they had a bookshelf. So while I was waiting for my coffee frappuccino to be made, and this was not a Starbucks, but they had the same idea, I walked over to the bookshelf. And I was stunned to see the only thing that grabbed my attention was the spine of a book called The Key. I pulled it off and I opened it. The book was a 1969 original hardback. And it was written by a man who talks about how there was a basic precursor civilization to all the civilizations we know, and uses language and place names around the map to talk about the mystery of the lost, original peoples. Now that's just my cup of tea. I love that stuff. And I'm in the middle of the book, so I'll let you know why that book now. And a strange little roundup to the synchronicity is my girlfriend arrives for our meeting, and we get together at the coffee shop, and she says, you won't believe this strange thing happened. I got a text message just yesterday, and the date was 1969. And I'm going, oh yeah, well I get that, because the date of the book that it was published in is 1969. And lo and behold, this mysterious text message with a date of 1969 on it that came into my girlfriend's phone disappeared. And so that's just part of the magic. So that's my favorite synchronicity story of late. How about you tell me one of yours? Give me a narrative, beginning, middle, and end. I'd love to know what's going on. And I love synchronicity stories. Okay, until next week, thank you.